So just finished recording the podcast and I remembered that OTJ is up. So we're going to try to get in on a draft of this. I wonder how this draft is doing given that it's running at the same time as Powered Cubed. I have no interest in Powered Cube. I thought about trying to draft and record it and talk about it, but I don't like what the play patterns are, so I'm just not going to do that. We're going to play some OTJ instead, assuming we can get a draft filled here. So if you haven't played this format, it tends to be fairly soupy. The kind of big picture decks, green white like mounts or like mid-range is aggressively slanted mid-range is pretty popular. Green black recursions, a lot of times you'll see this as an absent deck, is really popular. A lot of times those are facilitated through bombs. Like Grixis Spectrum spells crimes is pretty good. There's like a black white like grindy recursion deck where you're running like a bunch of different what's the 3 mana 1 and a white black. It's like a 3/2, you sack creature, blow up something, you do that recursion spells. Anyways, we have a bomb, so we're gonna draft this. And this is a okay, anti-flash is really strong, but it isn't a triple color commitment. So you know, if you didn't want to take this though, like I do think this is one of the, if this format has issues, it is that the drop off after this is pretty big. Like Tyrant Scorn's pretty good, but in 2 colors, I'm not gonna take a 2 color card, but I can just take this really powerful 3 color bomb. Dance the Tumbleweeds is okay. Prosperity Tycoon is okay. Nimble Brigand's a card I like, but I'm not gonna first pick it. Bloodseeker's a fine playable. Oasis Gardener could be okay. Like there's a lot of like fine playables in this pack, but nothing really stands out except for anti-flash and like Tyrant Scorn. Okay. Nothing here that really excites me. Like Bandit's Hall's good if you're in the more crimesy sort of decks. Karavak, if I remember right, is a bit of a trap. Return the Favor is a really good commander card, but not a very good card here. I'm just gonna take a Mirage Mesa, I think. Maybe I get lucky in Wheel of Armament or something, but I think I just want to be able to play this anti-flash regardless of what deck I end up in. So I think I'm just gonna take Mirage Mesa, and I think when in doubt, taking Fixing in this format is a valuable thing to do. Cute Clear Shot. Okay, I like Clear Shot a lot. This is a pretty good green card. There's some good green cards here. If we get lucky, we'll wheel this white-red land that would help us splash this. Gold Pan would be another good wheel. A lot of good green in this pack, but I'm gonna take the clear best green card, I think, in the removal spell. Although if you told me Cactus Tarantula was it, I might believe you. Cactus Tarantula is really powerful, but yeah, this is a very good pack. Also, there's like a Phantasmal Interference, Seize the Secrets. These are both good cards for the crime stack, but I'm just gonna take Clear Shot, take a good removal spell, and move on with life. This pack is much less exciting just in general. There's not really anything that's super good here. Heartless Pillage can be okay at times. Dead-Eye Duelist can be okay in certain spots in the crime deck. I'm just gonna take Bristlepack Sentry though. Decent defender to buy time to be able to cast my creatures. It's good with the Clear Shot. It's a removal spell. Just, you know, good cheap creature to get on the board. It's not amazing, but if we end up, but I do want to go ahead and try to cut into green. Like I'll move off of it if it's not open at all, but I would like to be in green. Resilient Roadrunner is interesting, but we're not really an aggressive deck. I like Ariet's Lullaby for playing this sort of deck. I think it's fine. People have to, this card's a little awkward maybe. Endless Detour is a card I do like, but we're not going to be splashing it and anti-flash. Could also take like Red Rock Sentinel, though I think this is better in the recursion decks probably. Is pretty good with anti-flash, right? Can give us Fixing for it. Maybe that's not good enough though. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna take Ariet's Lullaby here. Just take another removal spell. Collective Defiance deals 4 damage to target creature for red. I mean, this card is probably okay even if you're in red, but we're just not that deep in red. Irascible Wolverine, easier to cast card in red. I think red's likely to be our splash call. I'm just gonna Dance the Tumbleweed though. I really like this card. Enables you to build up your board. It ramps you. It fixes your colors. It to be able to make like a, what is it, a 6 mana? Yeah, 6 mana for like a 6/6/7/7 that also ramps you is pretty good. It's not quite a bomb. Peerless Rope Master. This is a card I do want to shout out. It is really powerful. If you're in these like blue crimesy style decks where you're very defensive, it's a really solid card. Yeah, gonna take this Dance the Tumbleweed though and just move on with life. I like Irascible Wolverine. Felidor's okay. Keykeeper's okay. Ankle Biter even can be okay with like the clear shot. I think I'm gonna take the Wolverine here though. Could also take a Hard Bristle Bandit, but I don't value that card particularly highly. I think it's just a bit of a trap. Even if you're trying to splash, I don't know how good it is. Whereas Wolverine's just good value. It's not amazing, but it is solid little value creature. None of these cards matter. I guess Sterling Hound is the least bad of these probably. Each player may shuffle their hand in graveyard. Each player does. Okay. Sure. Doc Arlock. Also interesting, though not very good. Reckless Lackey is a bad card in this format. There's a lot of formats where it would have been a good card. This is not one of them. This pack doesn't matter. Okay. Don't mind an Oasis card here. We're pretty interested in ramping, so. Discerning Peddler, Reach for the Sky. Sure. Like both fine cards, Return the Favors. Also kind of fine, but it's double red. We're not really getting there. Then we go with Reach for the Sky. I don't value this card super highly, but I mean, it does sometimes win combats. It does, like, people don't play around it very often. Once you get it into play, it like can make your creatures big. I don't necessarily think it's what I want to be doing, but putting Reach for the Sky on like a Bristlepack Sentry and just having a great blocker can be okay sometimes. Oh, it can also, if you put it on there, it can just attack on its own, right? So far, I don't know, deck looks okay. I don't think green's super open, but we opened a green bomb, so like we're kind of supposed to lean in that direction. You know, we did see kind of a late Dance with the Tumbleweeds. We didn't really see anything that like I thought was good enough to move me off. Okay. Huh. Is it possible we're supposed to be more like green-red and white's the splash color? That being said, Journey's primo here. Very, very good card. Spinewood's also a really good card. I don't know which one of these cards is better, actually. Probably supposed to take the Spinewoods. But primo removal is kind of important in this format, so I think I'm just going to take that. I don't know which one of these cards is better. I would have 30 seconds. I'm gonna see. I am curious what the data says on this one. Okay. Okay, Cactarantula feels like an easy pickup here. Steer Clear is also okay, but Cactarantula is great. It's a really powerful card. Play about as many of these as I can get. Okay. Spinewoods was, looks like a little bit better than Journey, but not a crazy amount better. Assuming the data is accurate or whatever. But anyways, I think I like this card. Nurturing Pixie is interesting, but there's a Mystical Tether here. Dance with the Tumbleweeds would probably be my second pick here, actually, over the Pixie. Funny how powerful this card is and how mediocre it is in this format. Like, it's not good in this format as far as I remember. Yeah, it's got like a pretty low win rate in this format, but that's just because this format is not about the very small ball, like, I'm going to generate a 2-for-1 with a card and then pick it up and do it again. Like you could do some of that, but it's just Nurturing Pixie is a little too much work for how little impact it has on the actual game. So we'll just take a Mystical Tether here, take a removal spell. a Conduit's Pylon, I guess. This Ruthless Lawbringer is tempting, but I think I would have to move off of too many cards in order to make it work. Because we could do like a 4-color, like splash anti-flash and play like Abzan splash anti-flash or something. But we just don't have anything good to sack at the moment. We don't have a lot of creatures. I'll just take the Conduit Pylons and get another desert for my Cat Tarantula. Another piece of fixing. All right, I do like me a Betrayal at the Vault. I think that card is pretty decent. Yeah, I mean, got a couple of big things to do at the moment. Again, just don't really value Hard Bristle Bandit all that much. Take a big removal spell here. Ooh, Explosive Derailment, Bristling Backwoods, Savage Smash. These are all really good. Not sure if I'm supposed to take the desert here or not. Probably supposed to take the desert. I don't know. Savage Smash is really strong as well, potentially. But I think I'm just gonna take the desert. I just want to have good mana here. These are both like fine playables, I think. They're decent removal spells. I'll just take the desert. Get good fixing here. Yeah, Drover Grizzly. Could go with a Drover Grizzly. It's a big creature. Could also do Explosive Derailment here. That is a super late Lawbringer, which is a shame. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take a Derailment. Both solid. No, I'm gonna take a Drover Grizzly. Take a Drover Grizzly. I need some creatures. Irascible Wolverine over Savage Smash. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know how many. I don't know how many of these I want. Yeah. Guess I'm taking that. I don't know. Conduit Pylon number 2, Patient Naturalist. Patient Naturalist is not really what we're looking to do. It is a solid card though. But I do think it's a little middling in terms of like, I don't think I want it. I think I don't want this very much either, but I'm gonna take it and reluctantly probably play it. Okay, I don't mind this. It's not great, but I don't mind it. Not sure that we have a decent deck at all here. Well, that blue really opened up in that last pack. All right, anyways, take another clear shot here. Got a lot of fight spells and not a lot of creatures for them. Second anti-flash versus Sandstorm Salvager. I don't know. Sandstorm Salvager good? Oh yeah, Sandstorm Salvager's good. Okay. Also an Avian Interrupter, I didn't even notice that. That's funny. Oh my god, we took take Sandstorm Salvager, get a Pest Infestation? Yeah, bet. That's super funny. Yeah, so, okay, we got a combo, so yeah, we can just like make a bunch of dudes and then play Sandstorm Salvager, threaten to pump them. Great, love it. Frontier Seekers, Spyro Paladin's really good. Top 5 cards, Mount to our Plains. How many mounts do I have? 1? Yeah, we're not really mounting here. We have a weird deck. We didn't really, just kind of a pile of creatures. Back for more. Grab second, yes, the double 8, I guess. Mobile Homestead, also an interesting card, like can ramp us and act as a decent little engine here. I mean, I think I'd rather have Dance the Tumbleweed. Back for More is definitely the best card in the pack, but I don't think we're getting into Back for More here in pack 3. I'm gonna grab the Mobile Homestead only because I could use a 2-drop. All right, I don't mind a copy of this. Tax while saddle, create a 1/1 white sheep token. I don't think Bighorn is any good, right? Yeah, it's like bad filler level, looks like. Didn't remember it being very good. Snakeskin Veil is quite good with all of our expensive creatures, though. What's this card? I don't know if I've ever seen this card before. Cute. Grab a prickly pear here. I guess it's pretty decent. Nah. All right, this deck is very mid looking. I mean, we have a couple of decent rares, so and we've got a couple of removal spells and some filler creatures, so like maybe we can get it done. Trash the Town, Gold Rush, Scale Storm Summoner. I'm going to trash the town. Although I don't have that many creatures that can attack effectively. Whatever. Trash sounds good. Let's take it. Ooh, Cactus Folk wield. Very nice. Holy Cow. This is the most mid card that ever midded. I do not like Holy Cow. It is a card that I will reluctantly play like 100% of the time, but I'm not happy about it. So there was also a Skewer the Critics in that pack that was probably fine. Trick Shot, Iron Fist Pulverizer. Yeah, if I remember right, Trick Shot is really bad. Yeah, so is Iron Fist. Yeah, they're both really bad. So I gotta cut like 1 to 2 cards, like probably 2 cards here. Guess Irascible Wolverine's probably an easy cut just because like I've got other better cards. And it saves on the amount of red mana I have to make. And then maybe it's Trash the Town for the other one. Could also be Reach for this guy. Yeah, they're both kind of okay. How many creatures do we end up with? 11? Yeah, maybe the card that relies on attacking with creatures is not where we want to be. Like, at least Reach for this guy. We can play on like a defensive creature. It's like individually kind of powerful. Trash the Town really relies on getting people with aggressive attacks. Yeah, so like my biggest criticism of this deck, mostly just like I would have liked some more creatures, especially like just more mid-range creatures. Like we ended up a little light there though. Like a second dance would have been really helpful. We had an opportunity to draft one of those. We have a couple of kind of virtual creatures here with like Pest Infestation, Dance the Tumbleweed, and is there another one? No. Okay. Yeah, we got a couple of like kind of real creatures here. If I wanted, I could play something like Resilient Roadrunner or this Irascible Wolverine, and like maybe I'm supposed to just to make sure I have enough creatures. All right. All right, let's roll with this. See what happens. Okay, got a bomb. I'm gonna put Mirage Mesa on red. We got all our colors. just gonna fire off Drover Grizzly here. He's gonna fire off like removal spell, make our life miserable. All of our removal spells require creatures here, or these two both require creatures, a bit awkward. Really need to hit some land drops here. Also, why is my untapped on it? Usually I have the untapped companion. Fortune, Loyal Steed. They keep holding up 1 mana, but they didn't have a stick last turn for Snakeskin Veil. That being said, this turn there is a stick. All right, so I think I'm gonna attack, and then I'm just gonna reach for this guy. Get him for not double blocking here. I think Snakeskin Veil is the only card they can have here. Definitely feels like Snakeskin Veil too, which I didn't feel like they had it last turn, so I don't know. Could do something broken with Fortune if they've got some sort of good ETB here. So we took a bit of a risk here to get the reach for this guy play off, but I think it was worth it. You know, we traded for a card, and if they kill our card, we get a card back. So. Giant Beaver. The white leftover. Huh? So this turn we can get an attack with Clear Shot in. For 1 white, they can't have Take Up the Shield though. So they can't have Snakeskin Veil either. Oh, we drew Snakeskin Veil. Oh, we only have 1 green though. Awkward. They have something. What can they have for 1 white? Steer Clear. Okay, so the card they have is Steer Clear. It's a deal 4. That is fine. So if we think they have Steer Clear, then I probably want to Mystical Tether first so that they can't, hold on. So if I Snakeskin Veil their Steer Clear, and then they double block, we trade everything. Honestly, that's pretty good too. Right? Like Snakeskin Veil puts us to 8 power. So even if they double block and Steer Clear, we're fine. Okay, I think we're just gonna attack here. I think this works out pretty well. If they just block, if they just double block, or they just block with the Giant Beaver, I guess that's not great. That being said, I'm also kind of okay with it because then we'll just take the trade and we'll like just Mystical Tether their dude. Also requires them to like know that they just need to block with the, I mean, like requires them to just block with the Giant Beaver and not get greedy. Yeah. So if we had a second green source here, we would just be in golden position. But as it is, you know, I think we're just gonna take the block and see if they want to bite first. No? All right, that's fine. Okay. Little greedy here because they could just untap and play something really powerful that we don't have a good answer to, but I mean, I don't think I wanted to run that into steer clear, and I guess I should have just mystical tether. I could have mystical tethered the beaver, but then they don't block and they have something good to do with fortune. I kind of wanted to get the fortune off the table. I don't know. That's a spot where I could see that mystical. I could buy that mystical tethering and trying to push them into a spot where they use the steer clear was correct. We'll see if they play something big here. It's a little annoying because like Sterling isn't going to be great on Sandstorm Salvager. That Force of Vigor. Okay, sure. That's, I mean, it's like kind of annoying, but mostly fine. Trained Arinx. Sure. Oasis Gardener. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna play Sterling this turn. Keep going back to that turn that we didn't mystical tether the beaver. I think that was maybe a punt in retrospect. Just like, were they just gonna take 7? They were gonna probably steer clear and then we would push 8, and then the next turn they're just kind of dead. Might be giving too much credit to this fortune. They have gotten to like scry like twice, or scry 2 like 3 times with this fortune though, which is pretty annoying. Sure, it's fine. Yep. All right, we're not double blocking here. Just take the hit, take our lumps. Love to draw a land here. Like your green, specifically I'd love to draw a forest here. Griff. Okay. So I could Journey to Nowhere their Congregation Griff. And then hit them for 3. Alternatively, I go to combat, attack, they block, they bounce. That's not good for us. Alternatively, I Savage Smash up to 6, and then I can attack them for 5 in the air and kill their Griff anyways. And like, I'm almost positive the last card is Steer Clear, which does only work right on me. Steer. Only works on attacking creatures, right? Attacking blocking creatures? Okay, yeah. So it only works on cards that, it doesn't work on anything we have now. I think we're gonna do that and just assume that it's steer clear. They have a stick, so I guess it's not steer clear? All right, that's awkward. Is it Snakeskin Veil? Trash the town, interesting. Okay, curious. Okay, well, in that case, we're just gonna do this. Okay, that explains the greens. That doesn't explain the white stick though. That's so weird. They had a stick on white. Were they just holding, maybe they were holding priority? Huh, interesting. Okay, whatever. Bucolic Ranch. Could be a good draw engine for them. Would desperately like to draw an untapped land here so that I can play as Oasis Gardener. I guess we're just like all in on protect the Sterling supplier here, huh? Do we get to draw a card off the ranch now? No? Okay. Can't cast this Cact Tarantula. Okay. I think we're gonna do this, and we're gonna cast our Gardener. Gain a couple of life, get another blocker in play. Hit him for 3 in the air. Got him on a 3-turn clock, so we've got a Snakeskin Veil to protect our dudes. We've got a clear shot to deal with a flyer. So they need something pretty good to get by us. We're not like guaranteed to win here, but I'd say we're like at least a little favored here. Probably would just double block Fortune on this turn though. Sure. That's fine. Honestly, might just double block here anyways. No, actually, I don't want to do that. If we draw a forest, we get to play the Cact Tarantula and hold up Snakeskin Veil. We'll just give him a Scry 1 in his first strike. I'd rather have the extra access to a green source here, I think. I'll just take 3 damage. Okay, cute. Doesn't kill us though. We hold open 3 mana. Okay. Anti-flash, let's go. And we have a Drover Grizzly in the graveyard, so if he doesn't do anything, we can just like put in anti-flash. Wait, hold on a second. They're tapped out, like what? All right, whatever. I'll attack with my second guy. Sure. All right, whatever. It's like removal spell, we win the game. Yeah, GG. Okay. Cool. All right, sick. That was a really scrappy game. I mean, anti-flash was gonna crack that game wide open if it kept going, but yeah. Anti-flash is a very silly card if you get it going. The biggest problem with that card is you have to be in 3 colors for it. Okay. This hand needs some help to be good, but we have some good draws that we can hit. We've got all of our colors. You know, we've got a plan. All we need to do is draw a 3-drop. We've got plenty of those. Okay, that's not the 3-drop I wanted for Christmas. Also not the 3-drop I wanted for Christmas. Okay. Not loving life. Really not loving life. Oh God. This is so bad. It's like if anti-flash is our first card, it's just gonna die or get counterspelled or whatever. Really need something to get something into play here. Oh God, they're just getting to put all of their plots into play. Okay, well that's a decent draw. Okay, not a great draw for us. Raven. I assume we're playing Loan Shark here. Sure. All right, we're gonna do this since we have the Snakeskin Veil to follow it up. I don't, like they would need, is there any 1 mana? No, they could have like failed forwarding, but then we still get him with the Snakeskin Veil. So I think we're just gonna do this and try to go for the best here. Desert's due, sure. Yeah. I don't think there's any 1 mana spells they get to have. Maybe the Outlaw one. Skullduggery or something. I got something. Okay. Okay, it's still a good draw. Not a great draw, because we would like to get the land into play, but if we get to attack with this thing again, we'll get that done. If not, I probably just ramp to make sure I hit anti-flash. Razzle Dazzler, sure. All right. See if we get to attack. Could be Consuming Ash. That would be like worst case because then it exiles. I guess they would not have let me get that attack trigger if that had been the case, though. Okay. Desert's Deer, sure. So this is gonna make this into a 1/1. So if they have another spell to cast, I'm still gonna go for this. If they have another spell to cast, this becomes a 2/2. But if they have another removal spell, like they're just gonna answer our threat anyways. Is there any, like they could have the Cycly card, but I think they would have let, Because I think the reach for this guy falls off after combat, and I don't want to use that if I can help it. I think this is worth it. I'm just gonna go for this and assume that they don't have anything. They do, okay. That sucks. Kind of banked on them not having an extra card here. Skullduggery. Okay, sure. That's still fine. All right, whatever. We traded a bunch of resources and now like we can just play anti-flash on their turn and we get our homestead back anyways and then potentially just draw a bunch of cards. Yeah, I think we're cool with that. Just chill. See if they want to kill our bristleback sentry or whatever. Real question is, do we get mobile homestead or do we get bristleback? Back. Break scheme, Pater. Library. Sure. Sure. Oh, that doesn't. This is unblockable, right? No. All right. Well, here's my bomber opponent. Oh yeah, because it's unblockable from other means. Right. Actually, wait. So I want to do this because instead we get to look at a land. Although this is a 3-turn clock versus a 4-turn clock. How much do I care about value at this point? Opponent's down to just a couple of cards. This is like a 2-turn. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Is it 1 point of damage? It's 1 point of damage less, but I get to still draw 2 cards and I get to look at the top card of my library if it's a land. I guess I'm gonna do that because I don't think I'm quite at the point of killing them yet. So I'm gonna do this. This end of this turn, okay. This would kind of mess this up a little bit. Yeah, because I played a land first. That was obviously a punt on my end. Kept us from being able to dance the tumbleweeds. That being said, they're gonna probably, if they, I mean, I guess they can't deserts do it. They've got to just use jailbreak scheme, right? Sure. Like, he hits us for 5. Yeah. All right, sure. Unblockable. All right, I am gonna fire off reach for this guy just to get it into play. Try to put him on a 2-turn clock. He's got another removal spell. He's got another removal spell. It is what it is. Counterspell? Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we attack for 5. And then we hold back, right? Because we're a point short at the moment. And that gives us a blocker. Because alternatively, we're basically saying if you draw another Jailbird Scheme, you win the game. Whereas right now, we're not on that pressure. Really close game. I wonder if there's anywhere I could have maybe gotten a slightly better edge, because now we're kind of at the whims of our opponent's top deck a little bit. Like, we're not dead to just a Jailbird Scheme or whatever. Sure, take 2. All right, this is an instant. So I guess we're just going to go to combat and try to kill our opponent here. Sure. Failed 40, so. All right, another close one. Whew. Had a couple of ways to win there, but close game. But Anti-Flash just showing up right on time to completely break the game open, and then the Betrayal of the Vault being a very timely there. Reach of the Sky looking really good too. Surprised how effective that card looked. Okay. On the draw, got double Sentry and a removal spell. All right. Dust Animals? Really? That stinks. Card's gonna be a nightmare to deal with. I do think we're gonna Savage Smash this turn. I guess we just Savage Smash here and then we attack and fine. Like, you can double trade if you would like. Or you can take 8. His choice. Nice. Okay. That is our only current out to this Dust Animus, but I have faith that there are lands on top of our deck and more spells that are good. We'll beat it. We'll beat it. I don't know how we're gonna beat it yet. We're gonna beat it. I guess our best actual draw is just a land, right? Because an untapped land. Okay, playing a 2/3. Okay, sure. Okay. Yeah, best actual draw was the land. That's great. So now, I guess the question is, would I rather just play this Sterling Supplier and throw these bristleback sentries into combat? Because if he has like a take up the shield, that's pretty annoying. Honestly, I might just pass and then like he hits us for 2. He's falling behind though, and so like we can stick check him here, see if he has any removal. Feels like he's got to have something, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna play Sterling Supplier. He's got a removal spell, he's got a removal spell, and we just move on with life. I want to attack our opponent for 7 though. If he uses a removal spell on one of our creatures, it is what it is. It's fine. Pat? Really? Okay. Yeah, bet. That's great for us. Yeah, Pat seems like absolute best case for us. Actually, no. Actual best case is he uses a Journey to Nowhere or a Mystical Tether now, and we get to Pest Infestation it. That'd be sick. Huh. Yeah, this is bait. All right, no block. Nurturing Pixie, picking up. Are we picking up Dust Animus? Okay, yeah, we're gonna try to get real greedy with it. Okay. Sure. We got to skewer the critic. That actually works out pretty well for us because now I got something to pick up with this anti-flash. Alternatively, I could like plot this bad boy. I think I'm pretty cool just playing an anti-flash at source or at instant speed here though. Just flash in this Annie and then blocks here. Behold, my mythic. Okay, cool. Opponent was super dead, right? We were gonna attack for 3 in the air, and then he has to like chump block here. And then next, I mean, honestly, I don't, I guess you're just assuming that I don't have, like, that I have nothing, right? Is the only way I win there. Cause like we are gonna just untap and clear shot this thing, right? That is what's gonna happen. So, okay, sure. If that's, feels like a slight preemptive scoop, but I get it. Like you're not winning realistically from there if your last card is nothing, right? And like this deck's been really good at grinding people out, huh? They are. Let's see. They have 5 signups at the moment. All right, I might have to go play JDG here, or not JDG, Player's Choice here in a minute. Got a removal spell, cat tarantula, a bunch of lands. Sure. What's that? Demonic Ruckus? Yeah. All right. Would like something to do with all of these lands. That'd be cool. Hey dog, what if we gave you a clear shot with no creatures? Oh no. Green, anti-flash, like our worst draw. Oh my god. You still need to draw a red source too? Oh no. What did they just fire this highway robbery off? Sure. Sure. And we sack a land? We sack a land? Our hand is so good, we need to sack a land on turn 3? Or 4? What in the world? Goodness gracious. Okay. Well, I'm gonna do this. Not happy about it, but you know. I'm not gonna take like 5 damage next turn. It's not something I'm interested in doing. If he just got a bomb, then we'll just die, I guess. Our hand didn't really pan out. We kept a, what, 4-lander and drew all lands? An anti-flash. Bunch of lands and an anti-flash. Not exactly ideal for us. Ooh, Conduit's Pylon. Let's go. Fixes our mana, like Cactar. We get our Cactarantula into play. Oh man, life is good again. All right, sure. I mean, you might just kill this, but whatever. We got a Cactarantula. We draw a card. Cool. All good. Like, was Conduit Pylon just the best card in our deck at that point? All right. If he's got Reach for the Sky, that doesn't do it. If he's got, oh, it could be the deal 4. He could have the deal 4. All right, take 1. Deal. You got it. I am gonna make you have an actual removal spell. All right, 3 Strider Commando, sure. Are we interested in just firing off this Pest Infestation for a bunch? We might be. Do this for like 5 mana, we get a pile of 1/1s. Unclear. Unclear. If he's in green-red, the only enchantments that he could have are bad or on the mythic sheet for the, hold on. Let me just double check and confirm this. They're all mythics, right? Pretty much mythics. Yeah. I think for his deck, it's likely all mythics. Okay. So in that case, I think we're just going to fire this off. Like, possibility we miss out on something, but I'm not going to play around a mythic rare, and we could just play this for like X's 2, submit 0, fire this off for a bunch, and then next turn we can put anti-flash to play potentially if we want. Just like that this puts a bunch of dudes into play in case we draw our Sandstorm Salvager. Leaves up in the Snakeskin Veil as well. Sure. Spiny boy. Yep. Hold on, wait. No, we'll just do this to keep from losing a bunch of life. Because if he double blocks here, we trade for, essentially trade our Cactarantula or our Snakeskin Veil for his 5/5. I'm pretty cool with that if he double blocks. Yeah, we don't kill both things, we kill one of them. Click 2. Deal 5, deal 3. Hello, Paladin, sure. Kind of same boat as last turn. He gained like 5, or like 3 life. Guess we'll trade Cactarantula for his guy. Fine. I guess at this turn we will attack with everything though, because if he's got, it'd be really awkward if he has the +1 and, actually we'll do this. That way in case he does, I don't get completely blown out. Oh, no, this has trample. Yeah, so it doesn't matter. He's got it. Okay. If he's got the +1, +0 and first strike, like whatever, he's got it. He's got it. Yeah, sure. Not much I can do about this. There wasn't really any playing around it. Fine. Go get a red, I guess. Make an 8/8, play a 3/3. Kind of worked out like worst case a number of times here in a lot. Like I don't really know. Like I'm never playing around that card, right? It's not a particularly good card. Sure, we have like double throw. Jesus, man, we got double throw for the saddle. Oh my god. And Legion Extruder? Oh wait, he's a 3 life. This Mage Bane Lizard just kicking his teeth in, huh? He can't even attack. Okay, that's really funny. Sure. Alright, bet. Pass turn. Opponent can't cast any more spells for the rest of the game, really, without killing himself. All right, whatever. I guess all my complaining was for not here. Like, yeah, take more damage. Yep. Anyways, here's anti-flash. All right, so like, gotta have quite a, okay, yep. Man, anti-flash is so broken. Anti-flash is so silly. Eve? Oh, this thing kind of sucks. We got a couple of removal spells, so, guess we'll keep. I tend to keep a lot of really greedy hands and just assume things are gonna work out for me. Don't necessarily recommend you doing this, but, unfortunately. Would love a cat tarantula, but I need lands. That's nice. I would like to fly no Rascal. Thank you for asking. All right, so unless this is like anti-flash, we're probably good. Sure. Injure's fine. I do think I'm just gonna go ahead and clear shot this brigand. I've learned my lesson on this card a number of times. Real question is, would I burn a snakeskin veil to kill his creature? Like, oh wait, this is summoning sickness anyways. What am I talking about? Colossal Rattleworm. Oh, this is a peak OTJ. OTJ peak, OTJ peak. Luckily, we brought our second spear. And we'll kill this big boy. All right, let's power check him. All right, opponent is not a coward confirmed. Can I please have my my cactarantula that I have sitting in my graveyard back? I would really love that. Oh man, got a voracious varmint. Really? Dagnabbit. All right, well, drawing mystical tether here is pretty nice. All right, well, still sucks. I think I'm still just gonna snag this before he untaps. Where we have like the quench too. No? Okay. Ah, God bless. This sucks. Okay, sure. Wow. Unfortunate. Really, really unfortunate here. Okay, we can still beat this. Just gonna be work. That was the worst card we had. Yikes. All right. Well, unfortunately, I've also got nothing here. This thing has trample for no good reason. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this for 3. Select no targets. Oh no, I'm actually gonna pick this because I don't have any ways to pick it up, right? But I do have a way to reanimate this with anti-flash. We'll make 6 of these and hope that we get to maybe we can like block or something. I'll probably take a hit from this thing because it's just a big dude. Like, it's really annoying, but it is just a big dude. Yeah, we'll go ahead and take a hit from this thing while we're tapped out. What if we just race? Like, if he doesn't do anything, we just attack for, he deals 6 damage. We're not winning that race, but it keeps it close. Alternatively, we're doing a big block. Okay, well, with the Red Rock Sentinel, it's a little less exciting. Holy cow, it's a good draw here. Okay. All right, got nothing. Go ahead. All right, so I want to put 3. I'm gonna put at least 7 points in front of it in case he has a +2/+2. Four, 5, 6, 7. Did I only put 6 in front of it? Oh no, I put 6 toughness in front. Okay. I put 7 power. Fine. Blood, clue, or food. And we've already burned our pest infestation. And then he plays 2 artifacts. Okay, sure. We actually can't even race this. Like, making a food and herd just beats us. Oh my god. This is so rough. All right, gotta do better than that. We kind of need anti-flash at this point. Barrage Mesa. I need it, Chief. All right. Anyways, let's do another graveyard. Saw this in graveyard, searching for a desert. Oh, God. You just make lose every turn, too. All right, well, burned Pest Infestation and immediately had just like multiple powerful artifacts. It happens. It happens. I don't have any more enchantment removal, I don't think. I guess if I draw Anti-Flash, I could use it to Mystical Tether this Transmutation Font and stop drawing cards. Or he's just got all artifacts and enchantments after we use our Pest Infestation. Oh no, not like this. All right, well, we're flooding anyways. All right, whatever. Okay. I don't know why I just didn't attack for 2 there. That was dumb. Whatever, we lose the game. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna lose for sure here. Wow, unfortunate, man. Peak OTJ, oops, all rare pop. Please play a Bonnie Ball. Just play a Bonnie Ball so I knew I didn't have any chance. Come on, man. You know you want to do this. Just play a Bonnie Ball so that you can tell old Teldy that he had no shot in this game whatsoever. Don't make me feel like it's close and then just beat me with this stupid hearse. Oh God, bless America. The draws are so bad. All right, whatever. We've been running super hot. I can't complain too much. Can't complain too much. This is the classic OTJ experience. This would have been the turn that if we had drawn an anti-flash, we could have flashed it in here in response to the hearse and picked up one of these removal spells to get rid of the transmutation font. And then honestly, we're pretty good after that, I think. We would have just been like totally fine. As it is, we're not winning. I just don't have another Pest Infestation style card in my deck, so. If I'd gotten any inkling that there was a big artifact sub-theme in their deck, I would have just held probably. Well, okay, sure. It's like literally playing an artifact deck, and it gets and he didn't play an artifact before he played Pest Infestation. Are we getting stream sniped when we're not streaming? What's going on? Oh my God. All right, whatever. We've drawn oops all artifacts. Our opponent has drawn all of their artifacts. I mean, I said oops all artifacts, oops all lands. We've drawn all of our artifacts after our opponent has shown us that they are a, opponent drew all artifacts after we showed him a Pest Infestation. Woe is me. All right, whatever. I believe. If we draw cheap cards, we're good. If we draw spells, we're good. Or lands, we're good. Like, I believe that we are gonna draw well. This is probably should be an instant bully, just for the record. I might be making a tilted decision. Okay. Yeah. Can we get a forest on top? What does this do? Okay. Current creature you control gains menace and haste until end of turn. Sure. Here's a 4/4 with ward 2. You don't kill it, I'm gonna play a Cactarantula? opponent loses haste at the end of turn, right? So we have to play this now. All right, opponent's on a bunch of bad cards. What's this do when you cast your second spell each turn? Make a mercenary? Card's not very good. Yeah, let's just smack our opponent in the face for like 11 damage or 10 damage or whatever. Just like, smork. And then if we draw a land, we get to hold up Betrayal of the Vault, which is cool. Nimble Brigand, sure. Oh, that's cute, the Ferocification, meaning that he's gonna draw a card this turn. Very cute, very cute. Make a bunch of jump blockers, cool. This gives trample, right? Trample and haste. He didn't draw a land, but I think that's okay. This gotta be 4 or greater. Yeah. Gotta be another creature. I mean, I guess I can just tap for 10. If he doesn't do anything, I just like put 4 extra points of power into play and kill him. If he doesn't block the sure shot. Okay. All right, now we have 2 giant beaters. Breaches. This is cute. This is really cool. I like what our opponent's doing here. They can sacrifice their Oasis Gardener to get a chance to copy an Oasis Gardener. That's really funny. All right, what does this do now? Make a copy. Sure, so they gain a bunch of life. All right, yeah, I mean, like, they're kind of doing a thing here, huh? Yeah, like, haste up the breaches? And the stat up this guy, sure. All right, I mean, opponent's kind of doing it. Kind of living the dream here. I mean, that being said, I can just put a Sterling Supplier into play. I guess alternatively, I kill the breaches because it stops the value, but that's really mana inefficient. Oh, wait, we could like, yeah, so we play this. Okay, yeah, that's the line. We play this, we pump the Cactarantula, we do this, and then that's 11. So he has to put 2 guys in front of this. He's got to put a guy in front of this. Oh, that doesn't do it. But it does probably just do it, right? Hold on. All right, so that gives us 11 damage that has trample. And so we have 1 guy without trample. So we do 4 damage immediately. That goes to 5. He puts 3 toughness in front of that. He puts another Oasis Gardener in front of Sure Shot, or he dies. So the only card he'll be left with is Breaches. And we have 3 creatures in play. All right, yeah, I'm going for this. Like, it doesn't kill him if he blocks correctly, but it does get rid of both of his artifacts for Breaches and also puts him down to like very minimal board presence, and he takes a bunch of damage on top of it. Sure, we can also do this. This lets us trade for a guy. Okay, sure. But, like, okay. Yeah, deal. But now he has to kill our Cactus Folk Sure Shot. I think. If he just doesn't, I mean, like he can draw an extra card here, but we have a Trail of the Vault to clear the way, so he needs some removal spells here. I guess there was the alternate option of just like, I could have attacked and then used potentially blew him out with the Snakeskin Veil on a combat trade, but I think pushing 4 damage was fine. It's okay, because now he's gonna like kill our Sterling Supplier, but we're just gonna Betrayal of the Vault and win the game. All right, GG Tommy 17170. Cool deck. They were doing a very cool thing. It's just that the thing that they're doing also happens to be a little underpowered. Man, I love this format. I don't know where this format ranks in terms of like all-time actual great formats. But I really enjoy this format, despite it being kind of a bomby mess with no aggro. It's not quite in like, I think I've come down on it just a little bit where I don't think I'd put it quite in that like Duskmourn, Neo Kamigawa sort of tier. I've also come down on DMU too, because it got super soupy. I think this format's better than DMU in retrospect. I think DMU was one of my most drafted formats at the time. I also really love ZNR though, so I don't really know where I'd rank OTJ. It's definitely in my like upper quarter, probably. Like I really think this format is super fun to play. I just don't know how good it is. Like there is a little bit of a difference, right, between like fun and good. Team never mulligan, not once. Question we always have here is, do we want to ramp? We don't have anything to ramp to at the moment, so the answer to that is probably no. Legit. All right. Interesting. With 3 removal spells in hand, are we supposed to exile a thing? Don't think so. If he wants to remove a... Maybe we do. Just buy ourselves some time here. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I don't necessarily think that this is correct, but I am gonna do it. Oh wait, can we just exile the Jit? Sure, so he would be left with like a 2/4. Whatever. I guess this actually makes all of our future trades kind of hard, huh? This is a tough one. Really tough one. Guess I'll deal with the medic, but no, the Jit. I have to deal with the Jit. No, I can blow up the Jit later. Okay, whatever. I'm not sure. I'm still not sure which one of those I was supposed to exile. Giant Beaver, sure. Oh my god. Don't ramp into nowhere, huh? Okay, well, unfortunately, it didn't really work out. I guess we're kind of hoping to draw some power at this point. A Journey would also be pretty good. River Grizzly. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna get beat down in this game. It looks like we're just a little too slow. Really need to draw a decent creature this turn. He gets to do this. Surprised he didn't put a counter on this. Maybe he wants the mana. Untap 2 lands or something. We also don't get to play blockers for the rest of the game because of this Jit. Okay, cool. Just did nothing and died. Like I said, probably should have mulliganed that hand. We knew it was a little sketchy. Was banking on drawing like something else, and we never drew a creature, so kind of gave that. I should have mulliganed that. It was a decent opening hand. It wasn't even particularly good. Yeah, that was just a bad key. It happens. I'm just very reluctant to mulligan because once you understand how much mulliganing on average lowers your win rate, you just really look for reasons not to do it. I will keep sketchy hands all the time. That one was just one where I probably should have put more thought into the fact that my removal spells were relying on drawing something I didn't have in my hand. So, you know, we had all of our colors, we had lands and stuff, so this is much better. Probably play this Conduit Pylons last year. Right now I'm fine with lands or spells, so we're just gonna do this. Then we'll play this on next turn, assuming we don't draw a land. Untapped land specifically. Not sure what I would have to hit to not want to River Grizzly this turn. Your shot. Yes. Just here. Whoa. I hate just doing this. I'll hate this. Get this out of here. Keep our opponent off the board. Hit him for 5. So there's 2 things that can happen this turn. We need to journey. Ideally, we're going to draw a land. Do this Outcaster. Okay, instead, we'll just River Grizzly, I guess. All right, so he's probably going to get to draw a card with the Outcaster this turn. Oh wait, you play this first, right? I keep getting it mixed up with the other one. There's another one that's like, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, you draw a card. I guess I could play like a Spinewoods Paladin or something. That'd be pretty good here, because then I'd be in the really awkward choice of like, do I try to answer the Paladin or the Grizzly? Sure. This is also awkward because you could have like a Snakeskin Veil type card. Seraphic Steed, or just like multiple Bomber Errors. Oh my god. This is Nightmare. Can I draw land? Yes. Oh wait. Oh no, I needed a white source. Crud. Oh, dagnabbit. Well, this is awful. Okay, so I think we're just attacking for 7 here and trying to force some trades. And then I just need to draw an untapped land here so I can make a 7/7 next turn. Sure. All right. Really need to draw. Now, what will actually happen is I'll draw Anti-Flash and feel like a dum-dum for not casting this Dance of the Tumbleweed without an expensive card in my hand. But I do hold this card a lot to get to 6 mana. I think playing it as a 3 mana ramp spell feels really bad. You do not want to do that. You will if you have to, but you don't want to do that. Stagecoach, sure. Oh my god, this Outcaster's drawing so many cards. All right, let our opponent go ahead and Pest Infestation us so that we know how it feels to actually have targets for that card. Every time I've drawn it, we've just made a bunch of pests, which is not what you want to be doing with it. You want to be targeting things with it. Got 4 cards to our 0, so we are certifiably cooked with 1 removal spell. I guess it can't be a throw from the saddle. Oh, that's nice. It's got to be an enchantment removal spell, right? The fights don't really work. Sure. What are we looking for now? Like maybe a betrayal of the vault would be a good way to sneak a win here. So on this guy, sure. Attack for 4. Okay, so if we top deck betrayal of the vault and our opponent has nothing, we can sneak a win here. That is not a betrayal of the vault, but it's pretty good. All right. Still would love a betrayal of the vault, please. Any removal spell here, I guess, kills us, right? Because we just take these game for 2/3/3s. The cat tarantula having pseudo ward does not matter here. Like, dude, I'm hellbent. Come on. Like, seriously? Why did we take so long to do that? Why did we? I don't understand people, man. Like, I'm hellbent. Why did we just sit there and like, did we have to figure out the interface? Like, dude, come on. It'd be one thing if it was like a fight spell and we were debating between like the creature we can kill, but maybe I draw Snakeskin Veil off of it or something like that, or a removal spell that's instant. But like, it's just fierce retribution. Like, you've got the answer to my A-Day. Why are we sandbagging the game? Come on. I'm being a little salty about it, but it's also like, I get it. Sometimes you're just like I do it a lot where I double check and make sure that, you know, I do have lethal. So I get it. Honestly, kind of mid deck. You know, we had like a lot of games where we were just drawing a lot of empty air. We really relied on anti-flash and, a couple of other cards to really win the game. But like mostly anti-flash and the removal spells were really good. You know, I think we wanted more like cheap things to be doing at 2, 3, 4 mana that are just like dudes. I think we had to play some subpar cards here. In retrospect too, it's possible I should have been on the highway robbery or the Ariette's lullaby or something, just to have a little more interaction. We ended up getting raced a lot. So like, I think I would have been happier with this Ariette's lullaby over maybe one of these random like filler level cards. So yeah, I think this deck was decent though. You know, you can't really complain when you get above like 4 wins. You basically have at least made it worth your time, and we actually come up 100 gems on this one. So while it's not the trophy deck that you want, you know, this is still a positive result. So yeah, really great format. I don't know if I'll play it again, but if I do, I might record. Because I do want to play either the white black like grindy deck or the Grixis blue black crimes deck. Again, those are my favorite decks to play. That and like random control decks that are just held together by good rares and removal. Anyways, that's gonna do it for me. I hope you enjoyed the rest of your day. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.